When I walked into that class, the teacher greeted me by saying, "These kids will be lucky to get a job at McDonald's." And I was like, what a terrible to have to basically have no hope for these children. And those kids looked brain dead. They were absolutely checked out. They were not paying any attention. They were on their phones. They were on computers. They were chatting with each other. They couldn't care less about what was going on in class. And I got their attention and I said, if you want to go to the beach, go ahead. Here's $5. You'll get there and I can guarantee you nothing more is going to happen to you there. But if you don't want to do anything, just get out of the class and get out of my hair. And they all stayed. And within a couple of weeks, you couldn't believe all the hands were raising all the time. The kids' eyes were on fire. Everybody was excited. And at the end of 8 weeks, they went and competed against 103 schools nationwide. And they came back having swept 5 of the 7 awards.
That's fantastic.
But I talked to the teacher. He was dumbstruck and he said, "This is impossible." And I said, "No, it's not." I said, "This is a failure of your educational system." I said, "If I can do this in 8 weeks, you have no excuse." But years later, I was out having dinner and I felt somebody tap me on the shoulder. And I turned and it was one of the girls in that class. And she said, "I bet you don't remember me." And I said, "Hi, Stacy." And she said, "I just wanted you to know that out of all the classes I ever took in school, yours was by far the best." Now that will keep me going for a long time.